Well, it seems as though my LEDs have failed me. I guess they did not like Tecovas. But I like Tecovas, so let's jump into this unboxing and let's see what we got in here for you guys today. It's not like you don't know. I mean, I make the time to make these nice thumbnails. You know exactly what's about to happen here. As usual, Tecovas has their nice welcome card. So that's nice. Now, as you saw on the thumbnail, I had to finally do it. And I got me a pair of the Cartwright in the Scotch Go colorway. Tecovas Cartwright in the Scotch Go colorway. I just had to do it, man. I was just watching them. And if you're already seeing some of the distress already on there, it's because I've already put these guys on. I've already put my boot stretchers in them so that they could be stretched out to where I need them stretched out, which is right there. So yeah, these are fantastic. I've always been seeing them, and at first I used to be like, who wants their boots distressed like that? But the more and more I saw them, I was like, actually, that's a nice looking boot. And so yeah, I got me a pair of these Tecovas Cartwright boots in the Scotch Go colorway. Now, I wanted them definitely to be Scotch Goat because I saw that they have the Sand Goat, and then they also have the Cafe Goat. And those are nice. I think I would pick the Cafe over the Sand, but it's this color that I want. It's a lighter color overall, and it's just that this colorway just looks so good. It looks so good. The distress looks good on it. I was this close because, let me close this box and we'll talk about it. So to continue my story, I was this close to purchasing a pair of Cody James 1978 black cowboy boots, which were called, the Chapman. They were called the Chapman. And they're like a suede. They're not rough out, but they're suede. But they had this silhouette. They look exactly like this. And the reason why I went to go look at them is because there's something about Tecovas that is different than the rest of the manufacturers. And I believe it's this toe. The way that they make their rounded toe, it's not too pointy and it's not too round like, say, a Roper boot. Roper boots are very, very round. And I don't really like that round of a toe, but I also don't like it very pointy. And this is just the smooth, rounded, classic toe shape. It's just fantastic. So when I went to the boot barn, because I don't have any Tecovas anywhere near where I live, so I was like, let me go see if they have anything like that at the boot barn. So I went out there and I found the Cody James 1978 black. If you're not familiar with what that is, you know Ariat's Benchmade line. It's fantastic boots. I've already reviewed the Benchmade Bassett and Rough Out. It is such a fantastic quality boot. And so Cody James recently came out with their line of really well-made with good materials boots, and they call it Cody James, I think it's called Black 1978 or 1978 Black, something like that. And you'll notice right when you walk in, they have it all the display stands, and they're very nice for a halfway decent price. So it's got this silhouette. The Chapman's got this silhouette, but it's in that suede color. And I went and tried it out, and I was like, dang, this looks good. So in like fashion, you know where I got these from. I got them from eBay, brand new. I got them for eBay, and this is the reason also why I bought them, because as much as I like Tecovas is expensive. Where I can find a lot better deals on other boots elsewhere, Tecovas is pretty expensive. I was able to get this for $225, $26, something like that. So kind of, a year and a half, 2 years ago's prices for a brand new pair of boots. But all that being said, I got my hands on these. I tried those Cody James on just to look at what the silhouette looks like on me, and they looked fantastic. And so I picked these up, and now they are in my hands, and now I have them on the channel. So I'm excited about that. I've always been wanting a pair of Tecovas, but just finding the right time and the right price was hard. The last pair of Tecovas that I actually had on the channel were the Cayman Belly ones, so you can watch that review. The quality is fantastic, but the sizing was not right. And the Caymans were just not gonna give way at all. I got me a pair of these boots, and as usual, let's break into them and see what it's all about. If you haven't watched any Tecovas reviews, which I'm probably sure you probably have. These boots are fantastic. They're very well made. The quality is on another level. So we're talking about full leather outers. We're talking about leather sole, leather stacked heel. We're talking about leather vamp and leather shaft. And I like it's all one color. That's pretty cool. And then we're talking about leather on the innards. Okay, so we're talking about leather right here in the shaft. Very nice, soft leather. And then we're talking about leather in the vamp on the inside, also the same quality of nice soft leather. And then we're also talking about a leather topped foam or pour-on insert, but it's not an insert, it's stuck to the bottom permanently, so it's glued in there. But it is nice, soft leather, very nice. So it's all top-notch quality, top-notch materials, fantastic. I love new boot day, guys. I love new boot day. If you get new boots, it's like Christmas every time. It's like my birthday. And I am just enjoying every time I get to open these guys up. So there is not too much else to say other than these guys are fantastic quality. The style and the craftsmanship of the style is really fantastic. One of the things that I noticed about this goat skin leather that I haven't really seen anybody talk about. What they do talk about is when you wear them, they're gonna get distressed and they're gonna look like they're years old. And one of the reasons why is you'll see that like they come out of the box looking like this, nice, stiff, looking good. And then like after 2 weeks, they're like, look at my boots, they look worn. Well, this is the one thing that I'm noticing about the goat is that it retains its shape when you shape it. So in other words, as I'm like reforming it, it kind of sticks to the way I'm forming it. So whenever you're wearing it and you're wrinkling and crinkling it, it just kind of stays there. But when you like reform it to stand straight up, it does that. It's really nice. It's a different quality of leather, and I think I like it. I never was a fan of the wrinkling, right? That wrinkling, the sharp wrinkles is not something that I was a big fan of, and still am not. All right, those are some sharp wrinkles, and you can see it in the close-ups. But as I continue to break these guys in, they'll be everywhere, and so everything's gonna blend in. So I'm pretty excited to get to wearing these boots. And again, this classic silhouette is what I'm most excited about. This is a good-looking pair of boots, and with everything else that comes in the package of being a Tecovas boot, I'm very happy I made this purchase. And so let's now jump on to the on-foot portion. This is the Tecovas Cartwright in Scotch Goat. Now take a good look at that. That is a good looking pair of boots, and that classic silhouette of the round toe with that nice cowboy heel, that looks fantastic. I really like the way that these boots look. I like the way that they feel. They're just such soft, supple leather. It just hugs my feet right out of the box. It's fantastic. Looks great. Obviously, you can see my pressure points on the top of the boot there. Not on the top, but on the side there. And that is where I needed to break them in. But I've kind of already broken them in with my boot stretchers. So they're fine. Just need to kind of oil them up when I wear them so that you don't see that big white spot there. Other than that, they're pretty great. Also, they'll break in. Check this out. I'm gonna do a little squat just so you can kind of see. As I'm kind of squatting down, I'm putting those new creases in there. Now just take a look at that. They have just a different, the color changes on them immediately. I've seen this happen with the bison leather, and I see it happen with this goat leather. I think it looks fantastic. I don't do a lot of round toes. That is something I do not do. But I'm definitely liking the look of this rounded toe, this silhouette coming from Tecovas. Fantastic looking boot. Now, as far as comfort goes, like I said, just because of the nature of this goat skin, it's giving me leeway. It's actually not nearly as tough as I would say a bovine leather, but also I've also said that I've put my boot stretchers in this, so this is also, you know, a little cheat, but I had to make it work for the size that I got. All that being said, I really like these boots. Again, I think I've said it quite a few times. I really like these boots. I love the color. I love the fit and finish. Once again, I am wearing my Rustler jeans. These are made by Wrangler, and they're their budget jean, and I got them for like 13 bucks. They're fantastic. And that's it for this on-foot portion of the Tecovas Cartwright and the Scotch goat leather. And that, my friends, is it for this review of the Tecovas Cartwright and the Scotch goat. I think they're fantastic boots. I think they look great. They feel great. And by the way, I ordered these in a size 13D. I actually wear like more of a size 13 double E, but I found these deals, so I'm just gonna make them work, and I'm just gonna have to break them in. Now, 13D fits me great everywhere except for right here. It's a little too tight right here. But I do have boot stretchers, so I'm like, well, found a good price. I'm gonna make it work for me. And so I'm gonna make it work for me. These are size 13D, but these are more like, when I order Tecovas, I'm understanding it's more like buying an Ariat. And they run a little tight across the instep. So I need to order a little bit wider. But like I said, I'm gonna make these work for me. All right, that's it for this review, and I will see you guys on the next one.